inside me. Oh, I know the answers come slowly, and at times I may feel lonely, but I know I'm never here for our Sunday Fun Day. And we are so glad to be with all of you all across the nation, all across the world. And we are answering questions today, but before we get to your questions, we've got quite a bit to talk about. Mercury retrograde. Oh, thank goodness for Mercury retrograde. It is definitely kicking things up a notch. I know. It's not easy. We've got to navigate some bumps in the road along the way. But it's a good time to pause, to stop, to reflect. Take a good look at yourself and say, holy crow, what do I need to change? Because the clock is ticking. How many days do we have left? How many more days do we have left before the end of the year? Is anyone counting? Anyone checking? I don't know, but I think we've got quite a few days. I think, let's see what we've got going here on Facebook here. Let's see. Anyone know how many more days to the end of the year? How many more days?
I don't know.
We want to open. Helena's like, I don't know. I just know it's coming soon. It is coming. It's coming really soon, and we are really going to be sure to make a change before the end of the year. Let's see. There we go. And let's look at who we've got here. We've got Brianna Jane, we've got Anita, we've got Miriam Fig, Sylvia, hello, Defrick, Joe Thorne, good to see you, everybody. We've got questions, we've got Joyce Blair. Whatever she says, whatever information you pick up, Sarah. But first of all, everyone, get out your pens, get out your paper. School's in session right about now. We want to be sure that we get everything ramped up, loaded up, and that you're ready for the end of the year. So anyone do the math for me? Somebody do the math for me here. Shay Bernard, someone? Brianna, someone go ahead and tell me how many days we've got left between now and the 31st of the year of 2019. Because we've got some work to do in these last few days of 2019. And I really can't believe I'm saying that. I mean, time has really gone by so quickly. But this time is part of some unprecedented times, the times that are necessary for shifting change, making us recognize who we are, what we represent, finding our truth, finding our purpose, finding our passion, being centered and living our true authentic self. And the part that Mercury can play in this is actually very powerful because it'll show you who you are, who you want to be, and what you want to do next, and what no longer serves you. So when you find yourself toe-to-toe, head-to-head, finger-to-finger, somewhere inside, caught in a trap of not being able to live your authenticity, be who you've come to be, it gives you this momentary pause to say, hold on, Nelly. Where am I going? What am I doing? And who is it that I want to be in this world? And it's time to make that shift. You know, I've come to realize in the past few months that we make this all so complicated. Being spiritual, I hear people go, oh, I'm working so hard at being spiritual. Oh, just be. Be in your heart, be in your love. It's not a lot of work. It's an awareness. There's some discipline involved. Yes, I know that's a horrible word. It makes us think of work. But it's an awareness. It's noticing what you're noticing and making an autocorrect. Siri doesn't autocorrect properly, right? Autocorrect just comes up with crazy words. If I would leave it to my text messages to just send them out randomly without kind of checking them, and I say kind of because I don't really check them that well, my autocorrect is saying crazy stuff. But you've been saying crazy stuff in your head to yourself and listening to crazy stuff for years. We've got to autocorrect now. We've got to realize, what is you? Who is you? What are your thoughts? What are your ways? And what has been indoctrinated? What has been conditioned? What has been programmed into you? And what is it you want to choose to do and say and be? There's so much going on, and there's versatility, there's choice in the world. And that's one of the greatest choices that we have, free will. So where do you want to go in this journey? How do you want to make a shift and a change? And what can Mercury retrograde in its battle, in its angst, in its almost like warlike energy as it's kind of bringing to the surface what is coming up, what is around you? It's really looking at what's misaligned. And maybe what hasn't been working for a really long time. And you just didn't want to acknowledge it. You just didn't want to recognize the fact that it's not working. And now you got to take a good look at yourself. Because I want you to really think about this for 1 minute. What happens if your mind is like scrambled eggs as we enter into this portal of energy of the full moon, this 11/11 energy that's coming tomorrow? 11/11, the gates of heaven, the power, the supreme energy, the master number. Is it any wonder my spiritual teacher was born not on 11/11, but with an 11 as a master number? Powerful energy. It's the time for us to tap in and tune in to who we are and to calibrate ourselves, adjust ourselves to a frequency. Okay, so that may sound like a bunch of bibbity bobbity boop stuff, right? Woo woo energy. But what if, just what if, there's a shift on the planet that's palpable? And what if everything is coded to frequencies and numbers? Science has pretty much proven that there's numbers association with everything. So what if the frequency of 11/11 combined with the energy of a full moon approaching into the morning of the 12th, what if the energy of the planets and where they're positioned at this time make it the perfect time to harness your energy to move forward, to make the change, to make a choice, to tell the universe what it is ultimately you would love to have, you would love to live, you would love to be. What does that look like? How does that feel? I want you to look at it this way. If you want to be on a diet, do you hang out with people all day who are eating pizza and try to stay on your diet? You're going against the current. You try to stay away from some of those things to make it easier for you to stay strong. When you go swimming, do you kind of swim with the current? Kind of go with the water? Or are you trying to swim against the current? If anyone who's ever been swimming in the ocean trying to swim against the current, it's not an easy thing to do. When you're driving your car and you're coming around the curve, do you fight the curve or do you just let the car kind of go with it? Just kind of turn into the curve. You kind of lean into it. Okay, everyone, you ready? Lean with me. Let's go. Lean. I want you to lean into it. Lean into 11/11. Lean into the frequency. But for God's sakes, make up your mind. And then don't ask, is it possible? Is it possible should not be a question in today's feed. Is it possible? It's possible. Anything's possible in this portal of time. Anything. This is probably one of the strongest moments that we can have as we do the countdown to the end of the year before we jump into January and we start this whole new paradigm, and the waters are going to be choppy. You want to be a seasoned swimmer. You want to be ready to swim, maybe against the current at times, because you know where you're going. Because you've built up momentum, you will have built up your spiritual stamina, you will have built up your spiritual character, you will be aware of who you are, so that when the illusions start flashing in the world and people start pointing fingers and things start to change, whether it be economically or spiritually or even in society and how we do different processes or governmental decisions, maybe in our relations with other countries, as things start to change, no matter what's going on around you, because you leaned into the frequency, the powerful supportive energy of 11/11, because you released what you needed to release at this time with Mercury retrograde, and you used Mercury as your friend, not your enemy, as you lean into the energy of moving into this full moon energy, and you moved yourself forward, you are on track. It's the perfect time. It's the time to move yourself in the direction of what you desire. And if there's uncertainty, then in the uncertainty, in the unknowing, is the knowing. Drop down and say, who inside of me feels afraid? Who inside of me is not comfortable? Who inside of me is uncertain as to what to do? And what fear is that hooked into? What fear is being created around this? And where does it originate? And let it go on the full moon. But for goodness sakes, on 11/11, stand in your power. Stand outside. I don't care if you've got snow on the ground. Stand out on the ground. I won't tell you to take your shoes off if you've got snow, but anyone else who doesn't have snow, take your shoes off. Firmly plant your feet on the ground. Settle yourself in. Breathe in the energy from Mother Earth. Look up to the sky. Look up to the angels, the guides. Surround yourself in nature and say, I am. I am a divine being. And in this moment in time, I align myself with my destiny. The destiny of my choosing. Not the destiny of circumstance or conditions, not the destiny that I've been conditioned to live because of society or my parents. I choose my destiny because it's who I am. It's my purpose, it's my passion, it's my mission. It's what makes my heart sing. And in the alignment of being in the frequency of 11/11 and leaning into the force of energy and not resisting, and being in my heart center, and not being in my mind, chatter, chatter, monkey mind, letting my monkey mind go. By letting go, I am perfectly poised, magnificently positioned to move forward. I am magnificently positioned to move forward and allow myself an opportunity to grow and to be who I've come to be. And for those of you who are just still trying to get on board with what you want for 2020 or the years to come, maybe you're still navigating something that at this moment you're not really focused on clear intentions, then focus on the feeling of what life would feel like if it were different than the way it is now. And by the feeling will be the frequency and allow you to lean into the power as we close out of 2019. And it's going to really allow you to be in the right place at the right time. And then you'll go, oh yes, that's what I want. I'll take that. That's where I want to go. I'll go there. Oh yes, that's the job for me. That's the career for me. That's the life. Wow, I just met the right doctor. Now I have the healing that I need. Everything will come together. You've got to trust this process. And don't resist. Lean into it. You ready? Lean on me. Lean. Lean on the energy. And trust that this powerful portal is going to be your teleporter. It's going to teleport you to a way of being so that when life shifts in coming into the 2020 and there's uncertainty, you know who you are. You know your truth. You know who your God is. You know who you serve. You are of the world, but you are first and foremost spirit. You understand what it is to be a spiritual being. So when the illusions of the world try to grasp hold of you, you ever see the picture of someone being lowered and then the beings that are in hell are trying to reach up and grab the person's foot and pull them in? You ever see one of those paintings? You don't want to be grabbed by the illusions and sunk down somewhere where you don't want to be. I'm not talking dire straits. I'm not talking doom and gloom. I'm saying that now's the time to understand who you are as a person, whether you're 15 years old or 85 years old. Now's the time to know who you are. The details will work themselves out if you're in the frequency and you're aligning yourself. It's a powerful time for you. And we have a powerful ceremony that is going to be on Tuesday night. We're going to have leaned into the energy and encapsulate all of the energy so that you can have the ceremony of a lifetime. You can have a vibratory experience that's going to shift your consciousness and allow you to claim who you are. Because I know some of us do a little better when we're not doing it alone. So I thought, let's put together a ceremony, a live online ceremony, live here at the center and live broadcast on one of our Zoom channels so that you could be a part of an experience that allows you to step into your destiny, to claim your destiny, and to attune your frequency to the highest powers ever. Are you ready? We're going to put a link in the Facebook feed for our upcoming event on Tuesday night. And because it's happening on Tuesday the 12th, on 11/12, it is only $12. And I would love for all of you to join us. If you cannot join us live, it is recorded and the recording will be sent out to everyone. So for some reason you want to attend, but you can't catch it at that timeline because of a time zone or maybe a previous commitment, I do hope you join us. I do hope that everyone here joins us and we're a part of this ceremony because all the angels, all the guides, all the energy and frequency energy will be aligning to your chakras and your heart center will be opening. And we're going to be in this energy of music as well. Because for each one of you, there will be an energetic tone that will be sent out in the frequency. There'll be music that will be channeled through me for healing for all of you, for attunement, alignment, to assist you in your manifestation process, to assist you in your clarity, to guide you on the journey so that you can truly feel all that you need. So I do hope that you join us Tuesday. We have it in the feed. We're going to continue to pop it throughout the feed. Join us on Tuesday. It's going to be a powerful event. And now today, as we align and lean into the 11/11, we have some new cards. We have some new cards for the collective conscious. We have some new cards for all of you to tune in and tap in. We're going to be doing personal sessions for everyone. And we're going to answer some questions. We're going to have a great time. This is what I ask. Ask a high-level question that's going to guide you on the path of your greatest destiny. Ask a question that empowers you. Ask a question that, as you're asking the question, you know it's not just your story, that there are other people who are going through a similar experience. Faces might be different, some of the little circumstances a bit off, they don't match exactly, but your question is everyone's question. Ask a question that is going to lift the consciousness of you and everyone in this group. And I ask you, share the page. Please share the page with your friends in the groups. I'd love to know, and I really want to get to 111 shares today. Kind of to line up with the ones. You know, on my way here today, I saw a license plate and it said 5555. I was like, well, 5555. Big changes coming. So I was driving down the highway or the roadway here on my way to the center and I saw that and it's like, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be great. It's coming, everyone. You can feel it in the air. It's palpable. But if you want to sit in your corner and just be sad because it's not going the way you want, that's the energy that's going to get ramped up in the 1111 frequency. Can you see why I say, please, let's get on a frequency that's collaborative with the universe, that's a manifestation energy, that is aligning with the heart and the feeling of you. Even if where you are is challenging, and I most certainly appreciate that Not everyone every day is going through roses and lollipops and happiness and ice cream cones. Not everybody's going through that every day. Not every experience feels that way. But when we align ourselves with the frequency, when we align ourselves with what nature has around us, even if we are having a bad day, when we step out, we can see everything. We can see all the beauty and all the magnificence all around us. So we're so excited to be connecting here with you. And I look forward to your questions. And I'd love to see that you've shared the page. So share the page. I have Brianna's here. Brianna and I are going to have a personal session. I know she's on my list for a personal session. We've got some of our friends in the UK here. Where else do we have people, Helena? As I get these cards ready. Turn your mic on. Let me see and then I got to see what cards we got. We have brand new cards here.
I was so excited opening these cards. I even pulled 3 of them specifically for the Vibe Tribe that I'm going to post after we're live. And you get to pick a card in addition to these from the Mystical Wisdom deck.
Yeah, so we have the Mystical Wisdom deck. It's a beautiful deck here. Beautiful cards. That would be these cards right here. We're going to be using these cards today. We just opened them special. I've never seen them before. Because we have our full moon, we're going to use our Moonology cards. They're so beautiful. So we're going to be pulling these cards for the collective consciousness. And the card I just pulled here is New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. So this is an interesting, it's a time to give rather than take. So we've got the New Moon in Virgo, and according to the card, right? And then we have the Divine Feminine deck, which is really a beautiful deck. It's got beautiful colors to it, and they're so new that they're all actually still sticking together, but look how beautiful. And we've got...
I think I want that deck.
You think you want that deck? Helena was walking up and down going, I want this one, I want that one. We were like thinking of shopping here, and I go, I didn't buy it for us, Helena. I bought it for us to sell at the center.
But my birthday is coming, so...
Your birthday's coming. Okay, so give Santa Sarah a list, Helena. What day is your birthday?
11/20 on a Wednesday.
Oh, you're going to come to the show?
I should.
You should.
I should.
That would be good. That would be actually, you know what, everyone? I'm going to tell you something. Don't tell anyone. But we've got some really crazy announcements coming up this month on the radio show on Wednesday night. Crazy. Stuff that we couldn't even have imagined we saw coming. There's a lot of people like crazy good, Sarah, crazy bad. What's crazy?
Crazy good.
Just crazy. Well, I don't know, Helena. We got to see. We got to see if everyone who watches the show on Wednesday is really going to be excited or disappointed. Because, you know, there's some parts that seem a little disappointing in the crazy good. So we've got some really interesting things happening, and it's going to happen fast. So you don't want to miss the show on Wednesday because you're not going to know what's going on if you do. So it's going to be really good. So let's see what's going to happen. We've got some great information. So I've got my Mystical Wisdom cards. I've got my Divine Feminine, and I've got my Moonology cards. So on my Moonology cards, I am going to shuffle this up for everyone. And we're going to pull 3 cards from the Moonology deck. And I'm just going to kind of simply pull 3 cards from our Moonology deck from everyone. We're going to see what the moon has to say. And of course, we know we're coming into our full moon. And so the full moon energy is really going to be powerful. This is it's the beaver moon. And the beaver gets ready for the winter by building its dam and building up everything it needs to stay warm and safe. We need to build up our spiritual presence and our energy and set our goals. We've got our Divine Feminine cards. We are going to take 3 Divine Feminine cards as I pull them here. They're so brand new. They're actually just still... Oh, sticking.
I did my best to try to shuffle those.
Well, we are breaking them in together on 11/10. These cards, we should put like a little love kiss on it. It says 11/10, the day we all opened
Kiss
it
together,
right? Kiss it. Let me kiss it. A love kiss. We just blessed our little cards here. So we've got our 3 cards of our divine feminine energy.
But isn't that important to do with any spiritual deck you get before you even work with them, is really touching each card and preparing them for the readings that you're about to do?
Yeah, unless you're SarahSpiritual and you just kind of go boop and it's done. Because SarahSpiritual doesn't stay so long enough. But it's been in the center. These cards have been in the center now for a couple of days. So they've been marinating in the center's beautiful energy. So that's been a wonderful experience to have all these new cards. We've got quite an array of cards. I want us to be one of the stores that has the largest selection of tarot decks and oracle cards and divination cards. So we are really building every week. I'm dedicating myself a certain amount of funds to build up our card collection here so that you can come and play and see the cards and ideally buy your own card deck and do some wonderful messages for yourself. So we are going to start with our moon cards. And we've got confidence is the key to your success. So this is talking about the new moon in Leo, which is what the card represents. But let's talk about confidence. In the time that we have now and the frequency that we have now, it is so important that you align yourself with the 1111 energy and you tap in and tune in with confidence. Be confident in who you are and why you are where you are, and know the choices before you are for your highest good. You just simply need to step out in confidence. And then we have this magnificent moon that says, what do you need to release? Great question to ask coming into this full moon with Mercury being retrograde. What no longer serves me? What trap do I want out of? How do I want to move forward? How can I shift my energy? And what is it that I desire? And that is a powerful tool. What do I wish to let go of at this time? What shall I release? And our next moon card is the don't let your past hold you back. It's dealing with the South Node, this card, and it's talking about the past things that have experiences and ways of being that have held you back. Are you holding on to things and letting your past story hold you back? Are you letting your old tape dictate how your thoughts and emotions will run? Are you letting the people from the past who really are not in alignment with the new frequency you've created for yourself, are you letting that run the show? It's so important that you let go and you lose the old stories and you have confidence. So those are our beautiful Moonology cards for the collective group here. So we have such a fabulous collection of cards for everyone today. So we're going to just place these cards here. And then we are going to go to our Divine Feminine cards. And our Divine Feminine cards is Bridget. And Bridget is the goddess of eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Could you imagine waking up every day with your Divine Feminine cards and saying, I am an eternal flame, and every day my light grows brighter? Turn on your heart light, everyone. Your light grows brighter. It's a beautiful card, isn't it?
Bridget also has to do with alchemy, spiritual alchemy, and really creating as well.
So she's got the creative power.
With her spark of growing light.
With her spark of growing light. See, so this is a powerful card for the collective. So, Helena, I'll let you take, if you want to hold that up for the camera,
yes,
while I pull out this next one here. I want them really, because these cards are beautiful. Then we've got Mother, the goddess Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. How spot on are these cards that we just pulled for the collective group tonight? This is so in alignment, Helena, with what I was just saying to everyone. Mm-hmm. That we are really going to be in alignment with everything that is of our highest good. You release all that doesn't serve you. It's time to be of the truth of who I am. Mother Kali, Goddess Kali, is with us here at this. So this is beautiful. I'll give this one to you as well. Oh, this is a powerful one too. I am loving these new cards that we have for you. And then we have Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. These are really good cards. I love these cards. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. This is for the collective consciousness. So if we look at this here, we've had our new moon that brings confidence as the key to our success. We have our waning moon that says, what do you need to release? Then we have, don't let your past hold you back, which is referring to the South Node. And then we're going to Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. And she says, I'm the eternal flame. And each day the light is growing brighter. We've got the goddess Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. And it's time to be in the energy of who I am. And now we step to Queen Esther, the morning star, and we say that the ego, the personality, is of service to the soul, and everything has divine timing. I'll let you take that one, Helena. And these cards are available at the center, at the Expedito Enlightenment Center here at my store. And I'm realizing we should put some of these things up at on my website too. But these are for sale. You know what, Helena? We can probably put these on our Facebook or Instagram page for sale too, on our Shopify.
Yeah, we could.
We could do that,
could.
right? So, but if you'd like this, call us. Don't call me now. Call us at 561-682-0955, and we will get you your divine feminine oracle cards. Beautiful cards. Love them. Now we're going to pull our final three for our collective group here. And it's such a powerful time. I can't tell you how important it is for you to just line up tomorrow with your 11/11 intentions and embrace your divine light. So we've got such a lot of energy going here. And now we're going to go to our mystical cards and then 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. So we call upon the 7 heavenly virtues, the keys of goodness, from our mystical divine wisdom cards. We've got our mystical wisdom cards, and they're bringing the keys to goodness and power. It's a very powerful time for us all. And then we have here the dragon. Discover your courage. Change requires courage. And we're all about to navigate change. So it's so easy to be courageous when you know who you are and you're strong in your mission and your faith and your character. So be courageous, and courage is so important for all of you right now, especially as we are getting ready to end this 2019. And then Epiphany, we seek clarity. And this is another magnificent artistry work here. Seek clarity. How many of you are looking to seek clarity? You need that epiphany. We cannot have the epiphany. We cannot have the aha moment. We can't have that alignment with our intuition if we're listening to the monkey mind and we're not stilling our mind and we're not allowing ourselves to be still and in the beautiful light of love. So here we have these beautiful cards, all for the collective consciousness here that are in alignment with us. So we're going to kind of leave them here because I have a feeling that we're going to need these messages. For some of you, we're going to need to be reminded as we go to the personal questions. I know Helena's lining up the personal questions. If you enjoy our broadcast and you love what we do here on Sunday Funday, and you are excited about what we're going to navigate in the weeks to come on our Wednesday night show, people are like, what are you talking about, Sarah? I can't tell you till Wednesday. Just tell everyone they need to be on the show on Wednesday from 5 to 8 because we've got some information for all of you, and it's going to be interesting. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. We don't know whether we're coming or going in some ways, but it's all going to work out. Everything's always working out for us. We've got some important information for you on our Wednesday show, and that's when we really are on the radio and we're connecting all across the nation and across the world because of our Facebook friends. So we are really interested in you knowing exactly what we're getting ready to create and what we're going to be doing and how the changes may impact all of us, because it's going to be an interesting close to 2019. That's all I can say. All right, Helene, anything else we can say on that, or we're not really without?
All I can say is put
Oh.
your seatbelts on. Make sure you listen on Wednesday because you're going to need all this information and you're going to want to write it down or however you save your information
Yeah.
for when you tune into the show.
Yeah, we got a lot coming up for you guys. We really do. Oh my God, I got all these new cards. I don't know where to go. And I know everyone wants me to pull cards for them too tonight. We're going to channel some messages here. So let's open up the energy because I do want to tune in. I do want to tap in. I want to pull in the energy. We're going to align. Tomorrow is 11/11. I'm going to call for the forces of light, the angels, mighty Elohim, El Shaddai. We're going to ask for the power and the presence of God. We're going to open up the energy, and as I open up the energy, I clear the energy around us so that nothing that is of lower vibration and frequency can be in this space with us. And as I open up the space into the great hands of God, and I open up and I clear the energy for your heart center. And I open up the energy for your heart center, so everyone take a nice breath. We're going to feel the energy of the heart center. We're going to be open in this energy. We're going to take a nice breath, and as we breathe, we're going to drop down into the center of the heart. And we're going to say, there is love, there is only love, there is love, there is only love. Love is the only force there is love, there is only love. Let there be love. And as we open up the energy and we command the energy of love, I'm going to call for the energy of the winds of the north, the south, the east, the west. I'm going to ask for the presence of Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Raphael. I'm going to ask that all the guardian angels stand alongside each of you because they know your heart, they know your story, they know your destiny, they know the challenges that you perceive are going on around you, and they know just how to nudge you in the right way. And oh, am I going to ask on this day of all days for our loved ones to be with us. Our great ancestors who've gone before us, who've cleared the way, who have suffered, who have opened roads for us, who have taught us what we have come to know, and who have paved the way for our spiritual journey, for our more evolved existence in the physical and the emotional, the spiritual realms. They have cleared it all for us. And I ask that anyone who's missing a loved one, that loved one be present for you right now, and that you feel them, that you have evidence of them, and that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are simply on the other side of life, and they are always with you. I'm going to ask for the presence of all the ascended master teachers. I'm going to ask for the presence of all the angels, all the fairies, all the guides. I'm going to ask for the presence of the saints and all the great, great beings of light from the universe. I'm going to ask that they all step up and surround us so that we feel like we're in a theater packed with people, but we know that next to us, shoulder to shoulder, toe to toe, heart to heart, breath to breath, we are all connected to the hierarchy, to the higher beings, to the higher energy, and we are always connected to the force of love. It is this power that we attune ourselves to the 1111 energy. It is this force, it is this request, it is this love that we send forth, and we move ourselves forward in this powerful 1111 energy that's about to come. We're leaning into the frequency of the 1111. And we ask that we are always continually protected and guided by our loved ones, always continually protected and guided by our angels, always continually protected and guided by our master teachers, our guides, always continually protected and loved by the beings of light, by the fairies, always surrounded by the beauty of Mother Earth, grounding us and being with us, and that all roads open for all of us, and that every message that we give here tonight, be it for a person or for the collective, that each one of you hears it on the level of your spirit and your frequency, that answer for someone repeats back and reverberates a message for you. Let one message be the message of all. Let one answer be the answer that has the aha, the epiphany moment that we all need. Let one person's ability to overcome a complication, a condition, be the moment that you find your courage. Let your opportunity here to recognize a story that isn't serving you, let's begin the releasing process now. Let's begin to release anything that no longer serves you. Let's all be open and let's all cheer each other on in this group here tonight, because together we are one. Together we can do it. Are you ready? I think we're ready here. How's everyone doing in the feed? How many shares do we have, Helena?
We are at 52 shares.
We just got to pretty much double it, everyone. So share the page. We do our best to answer as many people as possible. We randomly pick these questions. So give us the question once. Don't keep repeating it, and we don't ignore anybody. It's the question that comes up that we get drawn to pull. It's the question that Spirit nudges us, that is not just for your highest good, but the highest good of all. And Spirit knows who really needs a message. And you will say to me, but Sarah, I really need a message. Then listen while you're hearing me answer someone else's question. Don't be sitting there saying, when is she going to answer my question? Listen to the answer. You may get your answer as I'm answering someone else's question. Rather than worrying about, did I get to you? I will get to as many people as possible. As you know, we do this complimentary. We would appreciate a donation. We really would appreciate some support as we put this together for you every Sunday and every Wednesday. We're here live on national radio on Wednesday. And there's certain things we lay down together to make this all work. So if you're in a place that you want to make a donation, follow the PayPal link. It goes directly to me, and it helps me take care of the people who support this project that helps all of you. All right, Helena, how are we doing?
We're doing good. I think.
We got a lot of questions?
Oh, yeah. Lots of love questions, too.
Love questions,
Love
really?
questions. We might have to do an early love show before Valentine's Day comes around the corner.
Well, I think a love show is a great thing to do, of course, when we are doing something for the New Year as well, because New Year's makes me think of what energy do we want to have, and we really want to have love.
I can definitely agree with that.
Love, love, love. You know, there's that song that I wrote, Helena, We Are All One.
Oh, yeah.
So take my hand, right? And walk with me now. Let's all begin to see the world differently. Let's walk in the sun and feel the light shining on us all, making it all right. Let's put aside our differences and look the other way. We've all said what we had to say. Let's take it to a new day. Let's open up your heart and learn about each other, for we are now one. You know, I've never sung that song without music. I usually sing it with my music that Spirit gave me at the time. So I was like, as I was singing, I go, I hope you guys remember the words, because I know I don't. I write these songs, I don't remember the words. But we are all one. And I think that song is available on my website, We Are All One. I really think it's some good insight for all of you. All right, let's see. What do we got? I got cards in my hand, so that tells me somebody tell me something good. We got cards to tell you some answers. What do we got going on?
Let me see. I got to change my graphic there, but I have Kimberly Renee's question. Let me pull that off there, because that's a little too small for our purposes.
Yeah. So
Kimberly Renee says, I started seeing the numbers 1111 when my daughter passed, 333, etc. Was this the reason why I started seeing the numbers 1111, etc.? Was her passing a connection that opened up a doorway to the universe?
That's a great question. You know, numbers, as we talked earlier, I saw 5555. So numbers will always talk to you. And remembering also, Kimberly Renee, that your birthday's in the powerful month of November. So you've got an 11 number there. And her daughter passed, if I'm understanding this correctly, on 11/11. Is that what I'm seeing here? Is that how she's posing it?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So it looks like she passed on 11/11 or 9/11. I'm not sure. But either way, you've got the 11. I'm sure one's her birthday and one's her passing. Remembering this, my dear, that people will often exit the planet with numbers that are aligned to their personal frequency. So think about the fact that if she was born on 11/11 or 9/11, whichever one it is, that there's an 11 there. So it's tuned into her frequency. That's the power of the energy around her. And it just something made it so obvious that you would notice. So now you notice what you notice, and you become aligned to those numbers. When I look at the numbers of when my teacher passed, there's a lot of double numbers. When I look at the numbers of my teacher's birthday, there's double numbers. When I look at the passing of my father, there's double numbers. So those numbers tend to catch my attention when I see them out and about. So it's not just to get you to notice the numbers, but to attune you to a frequency that she, because of her interaction with you, created a frequency vibe between the two of you that's a unique code. That's a communication code just between you. Everyone has a frequency and we all send out a signal. That's why we attract the people we attract. And we are always adjusting a code. There's a fabulous coding system. You know, I was listening to a gentleman, and I'm not 100% sure I'm in complete agreement with everything he was saying, but he actually took apart the Lord's Prayer and connected the energy to the yin and the yang. And he broke down the words and broke it down to a frequency, and those numbers align. The Our Father aligns with the energy of the yin and the yang. And then he went on to explain what it represents. That's where I was maybe a little uncertain if it aligned with my beliefs, but I thought it was fascinating. When you look at the book of Psalms, it's coded. When you look at the passages in the Quran or the Bible or the Kabbalah, it's there. There's notes, there's numbers, all associated with it. And if you were to take each word and each letter and you were break down the passage, what's the frequency, the number with each vowel? It's numerology, right? What's the frequency of your name, of your daughter's name? How does it align? And so it always breaks down to a coded frequency. It's the most popular question I get is, why am I seeing these same numbers? Why do I always see 1111? Why do I always see 333, 444? It is aligning to a coded frequency unbeknownst to you that is associated with your physical being, your physical makeup, your name. It is associated with your energy of your birth date, your birth time. If we were to sit and chart this all out, I bet you we'd all come up to similar numbers. And it's similar numbers in all breakdowns of your name, of your birthday. When you break it all down and then we add them all together in one lump number, what would you come up with? It's fascinating. And when my teacher said to me that numbers govern the universe, I went, holy crow. Sister Sophie said, I can't do math. I'm screwed. He's like, no, it's about a power. It's about an energy. It's about a frequency. And I'm going, you're talking to the girl who could barely do fractions, and you're talking numbers. He's like, don't worry, you'll be fine. But it's so interesting. And to follow the science, when I watch numbers and I see what numbers are coming in the Cash 3, I follow the science and the numbers. Numbers follow each other. Numbers talk to each other. If you find you're always friends with people who are born in a similar month, or people born in a similar month, it's not just their astrological sign, it's the frequency of the numbers associated with that person. And I bet if we were to add up the numbers associated with different individuals, and that would be a whole nother class with someone who's a numerologist, and I actually have someone in mind to teach that to all of us. It's fascinating work. So she really awakened a frequency within you. And of course, Kimberly Renee, I know we've made a connection to your daughter on the other side before. Know that she is with you and that you are forever loved by her. Thank you so much, honey. Who else do we have? That's a good question, and it led to a lot of teaching. And I love when we have questions that allows me to give all of you information and learning. And Joey Emmanuel says God speaks in multiplication, right? So it's all numbers. Everything's a number. I was okay in multiplication, Joey Emmanuel, so hopefully there's hope for me in that. Thank God. Okay, Sunday Funday with Sarah Spiritual.
We
What's
got
the
Lakeisha
question?
Garner Thomas.
Okay.
She says, my intuition is all over, it seems. She's a Virgo. She feels like she's being attacked, and even more so in the next few weeks. What and who should she protect herself from?
Her intuition is all over the place because she's not following a settled pace here. And we just want to keep that up for me, Helena, if you can, at the same
That's what
time.
I'm trying to get. Yeah.
Okay. Because as I look at this energy here, first of all, remembering that you've got a master number in your birthday, you've got a lot of power and a lot of strength, and you feel like you're being attacked, and you want to know who. Well, thoughts are things, eyes, energy. Sometimes people are in this energy of they're not happy for you. I feel like there are people in your circle who are not happy for a recent change that you made. They think you're going to fail, that you're not going to be successful. Maybe that's their secret wish. Maybe they wanted to keep you in a box where they're used to seeing you. And what can you do to keep yourself protected? Call upon Archangel Michael. And if you haven't used one of our Archangel Michael baths or our spray or some of our other products for protection, now would be a good time to start incorporating that in your daily repertoire. And I would also suggest that you read the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd. I feel like there's someone in your very close circle, immediate circle of friends / close family who's actually not supporting you in this process. And we don't want to give that much power because we're not here to talk about fear or other people's insecurities. We're simply here that you create awareness and disconnect from it. And I actually pulled 3 cards for you, Lakeisha. So I want to tell you that Labradron is the diamond-hearted Dakini, and he says, I see the light in my own darkness, and I face my ego beliefs, and I free myself. And then we have the goddess of light, Amersu, and she says, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So remember, you're the mirror. So what inside of you is unsatisfied with yourself, Nikisha, and not allowing you to attract the positive, supportive energy? What inside of you is an opening for the attack to enter? And then we have the white buffalo calf woman, and that is the prophetess of the sacred way. And she says, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. So love is the answer to abundance. So as you make this shift and change, know that you have all the power necessary here to move forward. Just know that it's all there for you. Thank you so much, honey, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Let me see who we got here.
You got some, we've got some people. We have, who do I have? I know Mike Fuller's birthday just passed. I know that. Hi, Mike Fuller. Thank you for watching. Mike Fuller's birthday just passed. We've got a lot of people's birthdays coming up. Helena's birthday's coming up on the 20th of this month. I think we need to have a Facebook party for her. That's what I think.
Or we could even, I'll just tell them I'm going to hang out in West Palm Beach for my birthday, and the whole Vibe Tribe can just come all.
Or we could go down to the radio station, do the show, and then pick a place and go after the show. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Everyone in? Everyone want to meet Sarah Spiritual in Boca?
I'm calling in late to work the next day.
It's your birthday. You have to. Okay. Who else do we have here, Helena?
I have Joy Christina Wright. Relationship question. She just made a big decision concerning her love. Looking for an energy update. Is this the end?
And what is their birthdays? Let's see, 2/14.
Hers is the first one.
Okay, and his is the second one?
Yeah.
Well, it's only the end, baby girl, if you want it to be the end. And something makes me feel like you're not really sure you want it to be the end. So, I don't know. That's looking a little questionable here. So we're going to take 2 cards. Owl, follow your intuition. This is beautiful. You know what I love about owls is they get to see. They can see further than we can. They can see in the dark. And they can see their prey from miles away and zoom in and just scoop them up. Not that I'm telling you to scoop up your boyfriend, but follow your intuition, honey. Follow your intuition. And the dove says, take a leap of faith. If you feel it's the end, let it be the end and move yourself forward. You know, I feel as if this relationship needs a break. It needs a break. And if in the break we can have our own epiphanies individually, then collectively there's a possibility that this can rejoin. But we need the break for now. So step away and, girl, just do you. Thank you so much. Who else do we have?
Next, I'm going to Heather DeFelix.
Okay.
She'd like to know where she's at with her gifts. She feels like she can feel and see them, but they are far down a tunnel. They used to be very strong, she says.
There was something, I really want to take you back to 2017, end of 2017, and they make me feel as if something kind of triggered uncomfortability and fear with you and kind of put you in a different pattern. You didn't trust you or your process that well. And what happened is you really were unable to pull up that gift again. It's like it got squished somewhere coming into, I want to go more to the end of 2017. So we're looking at about 2 years ago here. And for you, when I look at this energy, I feel like next year you're still going to be clearing up some old karma, some old beliefs. And then when I take you into, I want to bring you into, I really want to put you in September of 2020. That's when things really open up for you and you feel a great shift and change. So be open to new opportunities, my dear. These gifts are really going to open up for you as you learn to trust the process. Do some healing work, do some work to release and forgive. And I will encourage you, join us on Tuesday night because we'll be doing a very powerful releasing ceremony. And I think it just might kind of pop the cork so that your energy can come back on track and you can feel more aligned with your gifts. Thank you so much for your Facebook question.
She also gave us confirmation 2 years ago as well in the feed she just posted.
Okay, thank you. So I'm glad. Thank you for that confirmation. Greatly appreciate it. I do hope you join me Tuesday night. We'll pop it in the feed for our full moon ceremony. So let's just pop that in the feed so you can join us. Click the link. It's only 12. Love to have you be a part of this and realign you to your gifts. It's available online live as well as live here in our center in West Palm. So I really hope everyone joins us here for this. Heather says, yes, I'm going to join. Yes, please join us, join us, join us. I can't wait to see you there, Heather. I would love, wouldn't it be so cool if everyone on our Sunday Funday Facebook feed came on board for this wonderful Tuesday class?
Yes.
It's going to be really powerful ceremony. Who else do we have, Helena?
Next, I am going to Shay Bernard. Shay is asking, what do my guides see for my soul purpose and gifts that are awakening?
Lots and lots and lots. Shay Bernard, lots and lots of love is with you as well. I will tell you this, a lot of expansion. I'm also seeing the sign of infinity. Infinite blessings come to you. I'm also seeing the sign of Master Jesus. I'm being given the heart chakra. So your path of gifts and your purpose is to give, share, spread love. And what the world needs now is love, sweet love. And you're opening up your heart so that you could be the messenger, the way shower. Archangel Chamuel, you're all about love right now, honey. Archangel Chamuel is with you, walking the path with you, allowing you to feel unconditional love for self, to feel unconditional love for others, and to release love for all who is willing to receive. The angels are with you. I feel like they'll be giving you messages, and I feel as if you're a messenger, and as you tap into that energy of messengers and love, you're going to find that you awaken some new healing energy that is really going to transform yourself and others. It's going to be a powerful, expansive year for you. And then when I move you into 2022, you're on the fast track of spiritual attainment, attunement, and spiritual connections with other people. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Who else do we have? We are going to Isabella Fox next.
Okay.
Isabella says, 133 and 333. She's been seeing them. What does this mean?
Time to play some numbers, Isabella Fox. I'll tell you because double numbers have been coming, but I will tell you this, that this number is a very high attuned master teacher number, and I know for a fact that you've been working with the master teachers. In Saint Germain, one of my favorite volumes of the I Am Discourses of Saint Germain is volume 3. So I hear the 13313 is my other favorite volume of the Saint Germain series, volume 13 of the I Am Discourses. So it's very much attuned and aligned to the master teacher numbers. And it is just telling you in so many different ways that there's a new beginning, a fresh start, a new path, and it's being fully supported, fully guided by the master teachers, by the ascended masters. And what I'm going to do for you, Isabella Fox, is we are going to pull a divine feminine card, and one actually fell out, so I'll definitely give you that one as well, because that's looking really interesting. These cards are brand new. We're just using them today. And so I'm going to pick this card for you, and before I tell you that one, I'm going to tell you what flew out of the deck. Our Lady of Guadalupe flew out. The Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So this is such a beautiful card, the Divine Feminine card deck. I absolutely love these cards, and you are in the Divine Feminine energy, and you're always protected. That's what flew up for you. The card that we picked for you is Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene is the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth, and I am fully human and fully divine. And I love that as your response to your 333 and your 133. You know, I love the song from Jesus Christ Superstar from Mary Magdalene sang. I don't know if anyone remembers that show. It's just one of those classic Broadway shows, but she sings, I don't know how to love him, what to do, how to move him. I've been changed, yes, really changed. In these past few days, when I see myself, I feel like someone else. He gives me hope. And she's talking about what it was like to have met Master Teacher Jesus. It was such an awakening. And for you, Isabella Fox, you are going through an awakening. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next we have Miriam Fig. She wants to ask about her relationship. She asks, what do you see for us?
All right, let's see. Miriam Fig. Let's see. Miriam Fig, this relationship's been going, well, we had little ups and downs, but I really feel that you, Miriam Fig, and your partner are really, let me see here. You're going through some changes, and there's some shifts for you coming, Miriam Fig. I feel like there's some work or change coming for you that offers you new opportunity for finances. And your partner is in this moment of connections and networking and building and branching out. And I feel like they might be a little distracted because of what they're trying to accomplish. There is a strong connection between the two of you. There's a strong love between the two of you. And I feel as if this love is going to help you transcend time, because we are growing together at a reasonable pace. It's just now I feel like we're a little out of sync, but this is going to pass in the next few weeks to come. So communication is going to be key during this time. I also feel that some of the changes you've been going through are about some re-identifying who you are and rebranding you and what you want to bring out into the world. And so you're both syncing up with your new paradigm that's going to take you into 2020. Thank you, Miriam Fig, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Next I have El Yari. El is asking, am I on the right path? I'm in the Thursday class and I feel the shift, but will my gifts get stronger?
So Eliari is in our apprentice class, right? And let's see here. What have I got here? That's 1, 1. Okay, that's a 5, right? Okay, okay. You're feeling the shift, but there's an even more powerful shift coming right after your birthday. You're opening up this personal power, purposeful, powerful moment. I was like, how many P's can I put in there, honey? Power, purpose, passion. There we go, the triple P's. We are moving you forward because this is going to catapult you. You're learning and awakening the gifts that have been there all along, and it's actually opening you up to something new in your toolbox of gifts that you have. As you shift into the stronger alignment of who you are, just know that there's a heart center light that is going to bring you forward so that you can create a better path for yourself. There's been a disconnect somewhere in the 2018 into 19. So about a year ago, we were kind of feeling disconnected, a little lost. And now we're just kind of getting back into our groove. And the shift that you're experiencing is going to take you on a stronger, purposeful, passionate path. There you go. I better watch my P's tonight. Peter Piper picked a peck. You're on a purposeful, passionate path. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. And thank you for joining us on our Thursday Apprentice program. Also, let's talk about the full moon one more time about something. I have to tell everyone what we have. And it's really not too late to tap in. If you're local, it's really cool because you can get it here. But we have our full moon spray, and it has this nice earthy spray, and it helps you with grounding and releasing energies that no longer serve you. So we have our powerful full moon spray. Oh, it just smells so wonderful. I have to tell you, my full moon and my new moon collections are one of my favorite collections I've ever designed. Wouldn't you say, Helena? It's got really beautiful scent to it.
I specifically love the oil, and I love like how just earthy and woodsy it really smells. It kind of connects me back to like nature and one of my favorite forests that I like to visit.
And this is the full moon oil that we have here. So, and it has fresh herbs in it, and we use this to bring us to ground and to connect us with the energy of the full moon. It's available on my website, and you receive this, and I don't know if we have our parchment paper, but you receive this whole kit with the parchment paper to write your petition. And I think we have a picture that we can put up in the feed, but this is a beautiful candles, blessed and dressed by me. And we give you this with the parchment paper to write your petition. And then we have our spray. So you put all this together, and you can use this throughout the month to realign, to ground and release. And then we have a new moon collection that we really love using. So this is our full moon collection. I'm just going to put this back here. Oops. So be sure to visit our website. I'm just making a mess here. Be sure to visit our website, SarahSpiritual.com. We're going to pop it in the feed here, so it's a great opportunity for you. Let's see, who else do we have here on our Facebook feed for questions?
Next, we need to go to Holly Costanza Donaldson. She says she's been feeling a bit mixed up lately. What can you tell me about the status of my mental health? And thanks as always.
Well, you might think you're feeling mixed up, but girl, I don't think you're as mixed up as you think you are. I really feel as if you are caught in a trap that isn't letting you step away to really find your voice and your power. So something in your life is trapping you and making you feel as if you are not lining up with what makes you happy. Write down and make a list of what brings you joy and makes you happy. I'm going to pull for you, Holly Costanza Donaldson, this wonderful energy card from our Divine Feminine deck. And I'm also going to pull for you another card from our Mystical Wisdom, because I think you need mystical wisdom. I also think that you're burnt out. And next year is going to kind of put you in a place where you have to make some choices. So we want to be lined up with what's important. Interestingly enough, you got Mary Magdalene as well, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So this is telling me, Holly, you're forgetting that you're not just a human who has been conditioned by circumstances in the world. You are forgetting that you are a divine spiritual being. So line up with Mary Magdalene. That makes me feel like she can be one of your guides to help you find your divinity. And I'm going to pull a mystical wisdom card for you. And it says, be grateful for all you have. Gratitude will bring you what you need in your life. So it's a very important time for gratitude and appropriate for the month of November and our Thanksgiving time. So Holly Costanza Donaldson, a lot of positive changes are coming for you. Just write down what you want so that you can have the clarity and have that aha moment that you desire. Thank you so much. Who else do we have here?
Next, I have Robert Wesley Black Jr. He's asking, I don't know what path is the right path for me. I'm the type of person to jump into things full throttle. Where should I focus my energy most?
Oh, let's see. Robert. Mr. Robert, first thing that I'm made aware of here. Robert, you can do anything that you set your mind to. You're highly intuitive, highly spiritual, highly connected. I see a lot of creativity around you as well. I am also given you should focus your energy on a project or a purpose and a passion that puts you in the front lines. I feel as if when I take you back to 2019 in the month of February, some positive changes began, and then it's kind of like you hit a stop, a stagnation. When I move you forward, like you were cool on an idea, something was happening in your mind, and then it just all didn't come together, and maybe you pulled back. Revisit what has not come to fruition yet. Maybe we need to tweak the perception and create a better way of articulating it to the world. I feel that you're going to be in the front lines. I feel as if, Robert Wesley Black, that you're very creative and that the creative delivery of whatever you package yourself as is going to be a very powerful tool, and that you're going to see great success for yourself as you come through the end of 2020, building momentum to 2024. So there's quite a bit of momentum that you're going to build forward, Robert Wesley Black. So thank you for your Facebook question. A lot of power with you, my dear. Who else do we have?
Next, I have Seta Ward asking, will my gifts get stronger and am I on the right path?
And what is the birthday there? Okay.
10/2/2.
Yeah. Carla? What's her name? Seta. Seta, what I have here for you is you're on the right path, but I don't see that there's a clear direction to move forward. I feel like there's some blocks in the way. So it makes me feel as if you need a different plan or a different way to get to the right path. I feel like you feel blocked and you feel stuck. Your gifts will get stronger, but I also don't feel like you have the right environment or mentoring or ways to connect. We're not able to tap in the same free fashion that maybe someone else might be able to. So there's some limitation around it. That's why I feel like there's a block or a stop or a stagnation on the path, and we need to kind of reevaluate how we are going to get there so that we can move forward. Yes, you will be on the right path as you move forward. We just got to tweak some methodology and way to open yourselves up for your gifts as well as the success that I see coming for you. And when I move you into this energy, I feel like 2020, but I'm going to take you into July of 2020. That makes me feel like you're kind of on firm ground. So you've got about 8 months of building momentum and maybe tweaking or realigning and evaluating how you go forward. So thank you, my dear, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have here?
Who don't we have right now? I want to go to.
You know, Marie Pucci has a question. As you're pulling that, go ahead and pull it.
I can pull her, yeah.
I know, but go ahead, you pull that, because I'm just going to answer. Marie Pucci saying, she's saying, "Is my third eye? Will my third eye open?" Your third eye is going to open, Marie Pucci. I really would love if you can come or join us on Tuesday night for our full moon ceremony, 7:30 p.m. on the 12th of this month here on this Tuesday night. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of blockages, Maria Pucci, that are blocking you from moving forward. I really feel as if you are in this energy of some sorrow, some sadness. I feel like we've got to release some energy, some emotions, so that you are able to really relax and lean into the frequency of the 1111 and lean into the opening of your third eye. So I'd love for you to join us live here on our live class that we're going to have. Go to SarahSpiritual.com, events, and register for that. We'll pop it in the feed as well. How many shares are we up to? How are we doing on our shares, everyone?
73 shares.
73 shares. We're going to keep it going just a little longer. We want to get to 111 here. Okay, what do we got?
We have Jana Lynn Clark. She asks, "Am I going to have a major awakening soon? What does my guide say about my gifts?"
You're already awake, Jana. Don't be kidding yourself. You know what's going on. Your guides have been appreciative of the work that you've been doing, the energy that you've put in. They're telling me that you want me to pick some cards for you, because you don't usually see me using cards, because a lot of times I'll get you on our Wednesday show, so you really want a card. So we have some cards that fell, so we're going to give you those. We have Goddess Sappho, the poetess, and she says, "I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life, the women in my life fiercely." So this is a goddess card, a card that makes you feel love. And then Arind, I don't even know how to say this. Arian, I don't even know what that is. Mistress of the labyrinth, my soul knows the way, and the only way is out is through. My soul knows the way, out is through. The mistress of the labyrinth, Aradine, I think it's Aradine. I wanted to say it differently, but it's Aradine, I think. And then I also have for you, Jana.
Ariadne? I don't know. That's interesting.
Anyway, there you go. We're complicating this name. It's not that complicated. Aradine, I don't know. White buffalo woman, calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is the compass, the path of love is true abundance. You are such a being of love, Jana, and you have such powerful energy. You're a healer, you're a mentor, you're a teacher, you're a guide, you're a listener, you're a speaker. What gift don't you have? You are tuned up. It's just getting out of your own way and believing in yourself is really what we're looking to have you do next, my dear. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Glad we were able to pull a card for you. Who else do we have?
I want to go to Tina Calloway next. And Tina has a question that's really important. They are facing a heart transplant, this person connected to her, and have limited mortality. How can she deal with this inevitable loss of a love?
Do we have anybody's birthday?
Yes, hers is the first one, 6/18/59.
And then the person?
The person is 5/24/1955.
Okay. First of all, you're believing the illusion of death. I really want everyone to just wrap your head around this, especially you, Tina Calloway. We were told that we have a life expectancy. We believe that. Why now, more than ever, are people living to such large ages, right? 90, 95, 100, 105. Why are people remaining healthy for longer periods of time? Is it because science has progressed? Is it because we have a different way of life? Well, if you look at some things, our parents had, in some ways, a better way of life that was more conducive for a healthy lifestyle. We're battling GMOs, we're battling food issues, we're battling allergies, we're battling environmental properties. Yes, medical science can give us medicines to correct and adjust things, but would we have those problems if we didn't have some of the environmental issues? But the biggest thing we need to wrap our head around is that at this time in our lives, we are believing it's possible to live longer. We are. So in that belief, we see ourselves healed, we see ourselves whole, see ourselves able to stay healthy for longer periods of time. So I say to you this: move yourself forward and see this person healthy and whole. Do not focus on the inevitable mortality. We are energetic beings that are immortal. But the body and the cellular structure can align itself with the energy of divine perfection and divine healing if we begin to rewire and reprogram our brain. Are you ready to do that? That is so important. So please do that and see this as a perfectly healed surgery that brings many, 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 many years. Is it possible that things could not go that way? Yes. Depends on the patterns of belief and the energy around it that has already been built up. But it's never too late to recalibrate the structure. How do you deal with it? I'm not saying put your head in the sand, Tina Calloway, but I am saying embrace the possible of the infinite being that they are and see them fully healed and aligned. And this way, if for some reason they are faced with their mortality, you will be able to handle it because you will have already embraced the fact that they are a multidimensional being and that they can be present in two places at once, here and connected to the spirit realm. Thank you so much for your question. Who else do we have here on Facebook?
Next, I want to go to Brianna Jane, and she has a relationship with some challenges, but her partner has taken responsibility for his mishaps and is on a healing path, but sees him taking steps forward and back. What needs to move?
Your partner doesn't really have a strong belief in themselves. They tend to sabotage themselves. They get in their own head. They got caught up in an energy of the world and really lost themselves. Their belief in self and their ability to heal is the step back. You can hold the vision and see them fully healed, fully aligned. I imagine that you would do best if you see them in this purple energy consuming all misaligned energies, all distractions, all addictions and things that are not of a high frequency. See that person removed and in this high purple light, away from anything that could possibly pull them down. Yes, they've taken responsibility. Now they need to take consistent action. If you truly love this person, you will hold the space for them and love them as they are and meet them where they are and love them unconditionally. Unconditional love does not mean that you are void of loving self and you forego your own personal needs, but it allows you to honor someone where they are and try your best to meet them in an equal vibrational space. They have a long road ahead of them. There will be some other slipbacks. It most likely is going to take about 9 months for this to even out, for them to be fully strong, and then it's going to depend on their discipline. Thank you so much for your Facebook question. Thank you. Who else do we have?
I want to go to Melanie Rose Ruiz.
Melanie Rose Ruiz. I got to tell you a story about Melanie Rose Ruiz. When Melanie Rose Ruiz came through my center doors, I don't know, I think she was like 17 years old or something. Been one of my clients for probably 12 years, a little bit more. So this is really cool to have a question for Melanie Rose Ruiz because you haven't sat with me in a while, my dear. So let's see what's going on. What's the question?
She's been feeling a major shift within her and has a new big dream that she wants to go after now. Should she follow this path?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope it has to do with something creative. I hope there's a lot of power and music in it. I really think it's a good time to move and open up yourself to new possibilities. And anything that will allow you to align with something that is related to any of your gifts, because you've got several, would be a powerful path for you. And this would be a perfect reason for you and I to have either a phone reading or an in-person reading, Miss Melanie Ruiz, because it's an important time in your life. And I see a lot of positive changes, and I see a wedding or something coming up. So thank you so much for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to, let's see here. We got Jessica Dillon.
Jessica Dillon.
And she would love some guidance on the next year. Her birthday falls on this full moon coming up on Tuesday. She's been very emotional over the last couple of days, hoping for something to help process what she's feeling.
Jessica, you're releasing the old ways of who you are. I know you've done a lot of releasing in the past, I'm going to say 18 months. But this is almost like that final purge. Wow, okay, so they're comparing it to when you're not feeling well and you first start to heal and you feel better and you think you're over the illness. And then it was just like almost like a false feeling. And then you realize that you still got another 2 heavy days of recovery before you're finally over the illness. And then you feel better, and it takes a little time to build up your strength. I don't know anyone's ever had a fever and then the fever broke. And once the fever breaks, you're like, oh, thank God. It's like you feel wonderful, but really you're still sick. You just need to get the body to get back in alignment. You are realigning with the patterns and the frequencies. You are really tuning into this energy. You're releasing old hurts and wounds, old beliefs, thoughts around people and who they are, who they were to you. And you're really getting ready to open up for a new clean slate of opportunities, creativity, movements, spiritual journey. I see a very strong medicine woman around you, helping you not just heal yourself, but healing others. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing shifts for you. And interestingly enough, Our Lady of Guadalupe just flew out of the deck for you. And she says to remind you that she's the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in the love at all times. So that's Our Lady of Guadalupe. And then the card that came here for you is the Green Tarot, the Buddha of Enlightened Action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. It's really helping you step into, Jessica, your heart center. And then I also have another Buddha with another powerful name that I don't know how to say, that says, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. So what you're going through, Jessica Dillon, is your liberation. You want to give a stab at this one, Helena?
Vare Yogini.
Vare Yogini. Very good.
I don't want to pronounce the J to make it sound.
Vare Yogini.
That's probably what it is. That sounds kind of right.
Sounds right. That would be the essence of all Buddha. So note to self, when getting new cards, let's familiarize ourselves with the names. But this is the first time we're opening these cards, everyone. But they are so beautiful. And Jessica Dillon, you've got the essence of all Buddhas, the Green Tarot for the Enlightened Action, and Our Lady of Guadalupe for protection. So 3 powerful cards on this journey. Continue to purge and release. Happy birthday, my dear Dancing Queen. And I see great things coming for you in the 2020 time. Release things that no longer serve you. It's going to be powerful. And if I were you, I would say this to everyone, set your intentions and hold the frequency on 1111. But if I were you, I would truly, truly use the energy of the 1111 portal to lean in to your desires of what you would love your life to be like, and kind of seal it off on your birthday with a full moon celebration. Thank you, my dear. Have a great night. Who else do we have here on our Sunday Fun Day?
We got Doreen Wagar. She's new.
Welcome.
She's asking, will my gifts get stronger, and am I on the right path?
We got a lot of that going on now. People want to know, are their gifts going to get stronger? Are we on the right path? So it makes me feel like there's a lot of confusion. People aren't clear as to where they want to go in their lives. A lot of uncertainty. The changing in time is most certainly making it hard for people. For you, last year was a bumpy one. Makes me feel as if you got put to the test. Tail end of 2017 through 2018. And now you're putting your foot upon the path of some new ways of being. You are on the right path. Again, I'm seeing someone who is learning to open up to the intuition and the angels. And I'm also feeling as if you don't have a card deck, that would be very beneficial. So you learn how to trust your intuition, and you can have messages from your cards that will make you align with your truth, because you'll kind of feel like you're being supported by the angels. Fully supported by the angels, you're going to have a strong personal, passionate year next year. Is a year of commitment, relationship, commitment in projects, finding your power, and really stepping in to your own personal power and standing on your own. And it will encompass using your spiritual gifts. Thank you, my dear, for your Facebook question. Who else do we have?
Next, I want to go to Tara Fergosa, and she was wondering what angel or spirit can tell her about when she buys her daughter a protection bracelet since she was a baby. All of them have popped or broke. What is that?
You know, that's a great question. So when we wear our bracelets of protection, like I have quite a few. I got a new bracelet here. We've got some other bracelets. And we've got these beautiful bracelets. And these are here to hold energy, to clear each. I have the lapis, I have the rose quartz, I have a black onyx, I have my bracelet with the eye protection. And for those of you who've watched some of my earlier feeds, I really wasn't wearing bracelets. I just recently started wearing bracelets. Everything's energy, and we're energy, and we absorb energy. So what's happening is, wherever your daughter is, the bracelet is picking up a lot of energy, and it pops. And that's all it's doing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. A bracelet of protection pops. It's supposed to. When it comes into a clash of energy, it is meant to pop. That is its job. I have people come and go, my bracelet broke. I'm like, good thing, and otherwise it would have been you. They're like, no, but my bracelet broke. It's supposed to break. It's supposed to take the energy. And you'll often find it breaks at the most bizarre times when there was nothing being done around it. You're just there, and all of a sudden it just pops. Think, where were you and your daughter last? Who were you around? Were we around a group of people? That does always happen around the same time of month. Start to do the science behind it so you can isolate where some of this misaligned energy might be coming from. But that's a really great question, Tara, and it happens to a lot of people. If you pop a bracelet, take the beads, throw them away from your house, or you can throw them in a moving body of water. Don't try to restring them. Sometimes people go, oh, I redid my bracelet. I'm like, no, throw it out. Get rid of it. It's really important. I'm going to pull another card or two here for the group before we close out of our Sunday Fun Day. And those of you who have questions in the feed, we will always go back and whenever possible answer some more questions. If this has been of any service to you, I really would hope that you will share the page. How many shares are we up to?
We're up to 80 shares.
We wanted to get to 111, but thank you, those of you who shared. I greatly appreciate that. If we could keep sharing. I'm going to pull a few more cards for the group because I kind of see all the questions here. And since I know it's not physically possible to get to everyone, I don't know how many comments we have, Helena. How many comments do we have?
423 comments, which means about half of those are questions.
Right. So there we go. So I've got like 200 questions to get to. So that'll keep me busy for a while. And because we do this in our free time, if this has been of service to you, we'll drop the link to PayPal. I really hope that you support us and support the work we do. I do hope you join us Wednesday and the following Wednesday. We've got some interesting twists and turns coming, everyone. On our radio show, we've got some really interesting things to share with you. Oh my God, the world is just, seas are parting, things are changing, and we want you to be in the know of what's going to happen, what we're going to do, what's coming up. I can't tell you anything else. So we've got 3 cards for the group. I see a lot of questions here in the feed. So I'm going to focus, and we're going to pull this one card here. And Aradine, we're going to call her that, the mistress of the labyrinth, wants us all to know, my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a mess, you just have to keep going and find your way through it, because your soul will take you where you need to go. And remember, everything is always working out for you. The universe has your back, everyone. And the next one we have is Ayana, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all I am. It's so important for you to love yourself and accept yourself. That's a really important tool in this day and age, for you to be comfortable with who you are. And especially during these very unprecedented times, the journey of the planets, this 1111 frequency, leaning into the frequency, releasing and awakening on the full moon. This is the time. Jump on board. We've got a few days of powerful energy that we can use to align ourselves to our highest destiny, our goals. We want to be like the beaver in the beaver moon, build our dam, get ourselves ready for the winter, stock up, and really, really get ourselves situated so we are ready to take flight to all of the opportunities and all the goals and dreams that we have laid in our past and are creating for our future, so that when we step into 2020, no matter what's going on around us, we know, our soul knows the way to go. We can walk through it right to the destiny that we have aligned for ourselves. And then we have Marguerite Porret, and she's the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So I'm going to tell you all, remember to be love. Love is the answer, the infinite force, the power that runs the entire universe, the power that is the light of God that acts through you. Love is the answer. Remember to give love, receive love, and be sure to share love here in the group with everyone. I love that everybody is together in this energy. I thank you for sharing time with us on our Sunday Funday. I really hope you join us Tuesday for our full moon service, our ceremony live here in West Palm, live online. If you go to the event link, you can register and be a part of it. Support our work here. We've got some really important work. I've got my sleeves rolled up. We're gearing up for 2020. We're ready to do even better for all of you. And we want you on board with us. Ride the train, everyone. It is leaving the station, and we are going to ride on the energy of love. Get ready in this 1111 portal. Know that the angels, the guides, the masters, your loved ones, they are with you. Don't cry. You're never alone. They've got your back. Love is the answer. I love you. Helena loves you. I love our Vibe Tribe. God bless you. Good night. Happy Sunday Funday. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Take my hand and walk with me, so love's over.